Candidates for State Senator, District 2. Rosanna Gabaldon. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.votegabaldon.com. Experience, effective leadership, and confidence. It is an honor to take ideas from Southern Arizona to the legislature, because that is what Arizona needs. A little common sense and straight from the heart. First elected to the Arizona State House in 2012, Rosanna has also served as a Town of Sahuarita council member. Today, she is asking for your support to serve as your Arizona State Senator. Rosanna is known for her work with the local stakeholders, school boards, and business partners to bring together successful opportunities for sustainable growth. Rosanna believes in creating opportunities and prosperity by supporting and encouraging public education and economic development efforts. She is a champion for protecting Arizona's unique environment and protecting our most vulnerable. Recognized as a representative with the highest of integrity, Rosanna serves on a variety of not-for-profit boards, often in leadership roles because of her knowledge and organizational skills. Rosanna is delighted for her success in bringing together the collective energy and leadership necessary to shape the future of our state. Mark Workman. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, workman4u.com. With integrity, professionalism, and patriotism, Mark Workman, an Air Force veteran and candidate for Arizona State Legislative District 2, is ready to go to work for you. He will focus on the needs of the people in his district and carry his integrity and professionalism with him to the state capitol. Mark spent 23 years serving as an aircraft mechanic in multiple assignments around the globe, ensuring the success of both combat and humanitarian missions. Between deployments, Mark earned a master's in business administration. Always motivated to help improve the lives of others, he has spent more than 10 years assisting the Special Olympics organizations, as well as 6 years supporting the Muscular Dystrophy Association children's camps in Arizona. He also has more than a decade experience serving as a victim's advocate for the Sexual Assault Response Coordinator while serving in the Air Force. Mark will work with fellow colleagues to ensure everything possible is being done by our state elected and appointed officials to invest in the future of our communities and great state. Mark remembers the feeling of making a difference in the armed forces and will strive to bring that experience to the Arizona State Legislature. Candidates for State Representative, District 2. Andrea D'Alessandro. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, www.dealessandro for LD number 2 house.com. Andrea D'Alessandro was a career educator for over 25 years. Her second career was as a CPA tax accountant. Since 2008, she has run for the legislature to fight against the systemic defunding of public education. She serves as the ranking member of the Senate Education K-12 Committee, where she fights for charter school reform and against the expansion of vouchers. She has been recognized for her support of community health centers and coverage for children, fighting against hospitals charging exorbitant fees for things not covered by insurance, and higher costs for Medicare recipients with pre-existing conditions when changing Medigap providers. Andrea's work on the Senate Judiciary Committee has focused on voter protection advocacy. Senator D'Alessandro was one of only 4 legislators to receive an A+ on the Sierra Club's report card in 2019. She is the state lead for the National Caucus of Environmental Legislators, and she recognizes that climate change is a real threat. Andrea D'Alessandro's 8 years of experience and proven leadership in the House and Senate will serve her and her constituents well when the Democrats take control of the House. This woman's place is in the House, where her strong, progressive voice will fight for you. Daniel Hernandez, Jr. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.danielforarizona.org. My name is Daniel Hernandez, Jr., and I am your Democratic State Representative covering Southeast Pima County and Santa Cruz County. I have been an effective lawmaker fighting for our progressive values. I led the coalition to repeal the anti-LGBTQ no promo homo law. I also worked to stop guns in our schools. I've held my Republican colleague to task on anti-woman, anti-worker, and anti-democracy legislation. I fought for and was able to secure over $3 million in the urgently needed funds to keep the doors open of the Santa Cruz Valley Regional Hospital in Green Valley during the current crisis. I also fought and was able to secure $1 million for the Holy Cross Hospital in Nogales. In 2019, I was able to secure $20 million for school counselors and social workers at our public schools. I was the Women's Healthcare Champion for 2019 for the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. I was also awarded the Barbara Jordan Progressive Leadership Award for his work in Arizona from the People for the American Way. I want to continue being your voice at the Capitol and hope I can count on your vote to keep up the fight. Deborah McEwen. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, McEwen4 az.godaddyscites.com. As an elected representative, it is one's duty to protect your constitutional rights, represent your local district interests, and to scrutinize the work of government for accountability as parts of checks and balances. A representative can also draft, introduce, and vote on legislation. It is not a representative's sole duty to raise revenue through taxes or seek federal subsidies that indebt our state. However, some do, because it is easier than finding solutions to problems such as education funding, employment availability, healthcare, poverty, and hunger. For too long, representatives have believed their duty is to introduce legislation and make more rules and regulations, which restrict your freedoms and create debt. It's not a contest of who passes the most legislation or who gets the most community awards. Representatives are defenders of your civil rights and guardians of constitutional rights for every American. As a conservative and constitutional Republican, I will defend the right of every child to have school choice, for Americans to freely practice their choice of religion and follow their convictions. I support our veterans, law enforcement, and strong border control. I support fair trade and immigration policies that keep families safe and together. Luis Para. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, para for azstatehouse.com. I am a clean elections candidate for the Arizona House of Representatives, Legislative District 2. Upon graduating from Nogales High School in 1989, I enlisted in the U.S. Army and later served in the Middle East with 1st Cavalry Division during Operation Desert Storm. Using my GI Bill, in 1995, I graduated from the U of A. In 1999, I graduated from the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law at ASU and moved to the rural community of Rio Rico, Arizona. For the past 20 years, I have been practicing law in Southern Arizona. As a City of Tucson public defender, Santa Cruz County Chief Deputy County Attorney, and Nogales City Attorney, I learned that you need to be resilient in order to be a productive public servant. Since 2009, I have managed my law office in Nogales, Arizona, specializing in immigration and international law. As a legislator for the Arizona State House of Representatives, Legislative District 2, I will aggressively advocate for innovative economic development opportunities for their Southern Arizona, public education funding for our youth, lifelong transformative learning for adults, improved healthcare for our seniors, and transition assistance for veterans. Southern Arizona will wholeheartedly persevere. Con ganas. Billy Peard. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.billypeard.com. Even before COVID-19, Arizona was in crisis. We ranked near last place on almost every measure of well-being. When I grew up in Arizona, our public schools ranked 34th out of 50 states. Today, we're 46th. Legislators are to blame. Legislators decide whose roads get paved, whether to conserve our water, and how much our teachers earn. Our legislators are responsible for rebuilding an economy devastated by COVID-19. Sending Democrats to Phoenix who merely vote the, quote, right way is not enough to improve things. We need leaders who will act boldly. Unlike my opponents, Andrea D'Alessandro and Daniel Hernandez, I am not a career politician. I am not running for prestige or position. I am running to pursue real solutions to real challenges. I have plans on my website, www.billypeard.com. Unlike the president, I understand the Constitution. As a former ACLU attorney, I sued the Trump administration. As someone with no health insurance, I know the stress of living through a pandemic without protection. As a young adult with $130,000 in student loans, I understand the feeling of endless debt. I will carry these experiences with me as your representative.